a coach's call sheet is sacred, trusted in the hands of a respected few.
No, they love that.
Hey,
Thank you, Nick.
Mike doesn't get one. You don't get one. Coach gets respect.
The blessed man at Eagles practice is Larry Kehres, former head coach of the Mount Union Purple Raiders, and Nick Sirianni.
Rolls back, throws the other way, caught for a touchdown, Nick Sirianni.
In 5 years of playing football there, we were 67-2 was our record. And then to look at Coach Kehres' record, like, shoot.
His record is 333-24, with Sirianni under Kehres as both a player and later an assistant coach.
We're a product of the people we've coached under and the people we've learned under, and so he speaks, we listen.
Hey, sit down! He can knock him off track and they can bring the 10th man.
It doesn't matter what position we're in.
I always watch punt. You get on the line. Okay?
Kehres' winning percentage is the highest in college football history.
We're #1, baby!
I don't think I went there to say I'm getting my master's in football coaching, but that's exactly what I did, and it's exactly what's put me in the position that I am today.
As for Kehres today, he's still in Alliance, Ohio. And he's still enamored with football.
How about that Solon game last night? Defense looked good. We got to have a good game today.
They'll be ready. They're always ready.
Well, I know we always think they'll be ready, but we got to run the ball, play good defense.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Always is. Every time.
Kehres, or LK as he's known around campus, grew up in Ohio, went to Mount Union himself, and spent 27 years as head coach of the Raiders before his son and later his son-in-law took over.
Loyalty, that's a word. You see that on the sign. When you develop true friendships and you learn to be loyal, it leads to kindness and generosity.
How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you.
You as well.
Still working. Still working. Good seeing you guys.
Kehres Stadium is named as much for the character of the man as his winning percentage.
Who's working the game today? Baseball team working again, huh?
We're trying.
Appreciate it.
How you doing?
Maintain tight security. I'm Larry Kehres. Used to be the coach.
I played for you 18 years ago, and I wasn't an All-American or a starter for you, and yet you knew what my name was.
That's not too much to remember, is it? I don't coach anymore, but I used to.
You're a legend.
I know, I've seen you on videotape.
Have you?
I asked players 3 questions when I recruited them. Number 1 question, are you a good young man? 2, are you passionate about football? And then 3, are you going to get the grades you're capable of? So it led to landing some pretty good young men that wanted to win.
Among them were Pierre Garçon
He can catch the ball underneath the defense in front of 7 guys.
and all 3 Sirianni brothers, who were a part of 6 of LK's 11 Division III national championships.
There is a how-to to how to win and how to get people better, and he definitely did that for us.
Ongoing success is a combination of everyone involved.
6 more for Mount Union.
We always had young coaches who were energetic and wanted to learn. As a head coach, you've got to help them learn, help them prepare for their career beyond their time at Mount Union.
The real you, Mount Union, won yesterday, just so you know.
Sirianni is just one branch of the Kehres coaching tree.
Matt Campbell, who's at Iowa State, Tommy Manning, who's with the Colts, Jason Candle's the head coach at Toledo.
And then, oh, by the way, Coach Kehres' college roommate was Tom Capers.
Nick's got a quarterback to build this team on. You know, man, you got to have that.
He's always said this, players first.
What the coaching staff had to do was to follow a formula that we had learned, which was players formations, plays, and it's known as PFP. And everybody that studied football with me knows that I believe in it.
Players, formations, plays.
That means that the players chart the direction that we're going to go with our offense and defense.
He wants a screen just to get going again, too.
Right here?
Yeah.
Sirianni was reminded of the PFP approach when he was the offensive coordinator for the Colts, and LK visited.
Coach Kehres was talking to us beforehand, and he said, hey, you got your call sheet? Like, yes, sir. Right, here's the call sheet. He's like, where's all those plays for that number 13? And he's talking about T.Y. Hilton. We're like, we flip it on the back. We're like, Coach, you're all right here. This is it.
Jose to T.Y.
Get T.Y. Go for it. Like fade to T.Y. Because we got to get T.Y. the ball. Here, there. He goes, good.
Right there, touchdown, T.Y. Hilton.
The lessons learned from LK span from Sirianni's coaching style back to his playing days.
In 2003, in the national semifinal, I had scored my second touchdown of the game against Bridgewater. It was cold, so the student section started to clear out. But my brother was still standing in the student section after this touchdown. And I see him, and he sees me, and he puts his arms out. And what am I gonna do? Like, it's my brother in the end zone. We're up 35-0. We're going to the national championship game. I gave him a big hug, and here comes the penalty flag. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Celebration penalty.
And I'm like, oh man, here we go. He let me have it. 35-0. I think that game I had 3 touchdowns, but the standard that I was supposed to live up to, I did not live up to on that play.
We have laughed a lot about that, over the years. But a penalty's a penalty.
With his success, Larry Kehres had ample opportunity to leave Mount Union for bigger jobs.
I may not have had the courage to take the risk. And I realize that looking back. And I've encouraged the young men with me not to lack the courage to take a risk.
We'll go for it here.
There's just so many guys that got into coaching because of him.
You get a tough job, anything you get, think and be poised.
We're one win away from something that we all dreamed about for a very long time.
Retirement's an adjustment when you're a coach. I find it difficult. The football game that I was in control of for all those years, I'm not in control of. I'm just a spectator.
Oh, crap. I spent, my life here working. A lot of coaches that I had a hand in bringing onto our staff, and I try to do my best to be there at as many games as I can, let them know I'm concerned and I want them to do well.
Touchdown, Mount Union leaps on top here.
Even though the results might be good for us, I still miss that feeling that I'm the coach. I will always stay involved with Mount Union and football. Those are the 2 things that I do best.